friends, it's Kristen from A Mindful Mom. Today I'm going to take you back to basics and share with you how to make a perfect oven roasted chicken breast. These chicken breasts are going to be juicy and tender and full of flavor. They're perfect to eat alone or to use in a recipe that calls for pre-cooked chicken. You want to start with bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts. The bone and the skin are going to help to flavor these chicken breasts and to keep them as juicy as possible. You want to season them with some olive oil. Just drizzle generously, and that will help the skin to crisp up. And then season liberally with simply salt and pepper. You can use any seasonings that you like, but I find that salt and pepper is perfect because then I can use this chicken for any recipe and I don't have to worry about will the flavors work with that recipe or this recipe. Once you season the top side of the chicken breast, flip them over and season the other side. Flip them back over to roast skin side up. Now, to perfectly cook your chicken breasts, you need one tool, and that's an instant read thermometer. So what you're going to do is you're going to stick this probe into the largest chicken breast that you have on your cooking tray. Once you stick your probe into your chicken breast, you're going to set your thermometer to 162 degrees. Chicken is cooked at 165 degrees. But it will continue to cook once you remove the chicken breast from the oven, because we're going to let it rest under foil for a few minutes so that the juices can redistribute throughout the chicken breast. And during that time, your chicken will raise a couple degrees. I find that cooking chicken breast to 162 degrees will ensure that the chicken is cooked perfectly to 165 degrees and that it's not overcooked and still incredibly juicy. For me, I find that that is about 45 minutes at 375 degrees. It could be a little bit longer for you or a little bit less for you. That's going to depend on the size of your chicken breast and how your oven cooks. That's why you want to make sure you're using an instant read thermometer. That's going to ensure that you have the perfect chicken breast every single time. So now we're going to pop these into an oven at 375 degrees, and we're gonna know they're ready when the thermometer beeps. Our chicken has reached 162 degrees, so we're going to cover this with foil and let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes for the juices to distribute throughout the chicken and for our chicken to reach 165 degrees. Our chicken has rested and it has reached an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Because we gave it time to rest, the juices have redistributed through the chicken, keeping it moist and flavorful. So now you can serve this chicken breast as is with a baked potato, some steamed veggies, and call it dinner. Or you can shred it up or slice it up and use it for recipes like creamy cheesy chicken and rice, chicken pot pie, or a chicken salad. You want to cut this chicken off of the bone. And you're just going to do that by running your knife right alongside the bone and the meat of the chicken. You can remove the chicken skin if you'd like to serve, or you can serve with the chicken skin on the chicken breast for extra flavor and texture. Slice into it here. If you were to try to cut this chicken breast immediately from the oven, there would be juice all over your cutting board. But because we let it rest, not only did it get to the right temperature, but it also kept all those juices inside the chicken so that you can have very juicy, completely not dried out chicken breasts, which we've all had dried out chicken, and that's not a good thing. So if you decide you would like to use your chicken breast for recipes, it's a great idea to shred the chicken. You can do so with 2 forks, or you can place into a large mixing bowl and use a handheld mixer to shred up this chicken breast perfectly. After you're done with your chicken, you will be left with chicken bones, and you do not want to discard those bones. You can use them to make delicious homemade chicken stock for pennies, essentially with trash. I use the chicken bones that would be thrown away and vegetable scraps like carrot peels, celery stalks, and some leftover herbs that maybe are past their prime. Place those into a large stock pan with cold water, salt, pepper, bay leaf, and simmer for hours. Strain off the chicken bones and the solids, and you are left with delicious homemade chicken stock. I hope you guys try this recipe. I hope that you make homemade chicken stock, and I hope that most of all, you enjoy a healthy homemade dinner with your family.